MAINMAN MADEMAN here. Hey man, y'all know how I get down. We talking boxing. What up, fight fans? Stopping through for a brief moment right before the big fight between Canelo Alvarez and Jermell Charlo, man. Just stopping on in for a brief minute, man. I'm noticing that there are videos starting to circulate of the grand arrival of Terence Bud Crawford arriving to the Charlo and Canelo fight. Fight fans, look like the Bud Crawford has pulled up, man. The man has pulled up, fight fans. This is crazy, dog. Like, this dude really want this fight. He is literally in the building of Canelo and Charlo. And of course, you know, as boxing fans, we hoping that Bud Crawford gets a moment after the fight to get to run up in there and maybe have a word with the winner. You know what I'm saying? Put them on the spot right there, right after the fight. That'd be something, man. Bud Crawford is doing the absolute right thing, bro. Showing up to this fight is the way to go. I mean, a lot of people believe that, you know, I don't know if y'all think that he's serious or not, man, but clearly Bud Crawford is serious about wanting the winner of this fight. The dude pulled up. Hey, dog, and we know, look, we've seen Bud Crawford pull up in the past to fights in the past that he wants and that he pursues and he's dead serious about. And so why should we think any different right here? Hey, Slim, I hope your man Charlo don't get too nervous. You know what I mean? You see how Bud Crawford performed when Charlo was in the first couple rows at the Earl Spence Jr. fight. I hope Charlo don't get stage fright, fight fans, knowing that your man Crawford is in the audience. Hey, this can get good, champions. This can really get good. Salute to Rachel. Rachel Richardson says, yo, forget Bud. Hey, Rachel, why you coming off like that, Rachel? You know what I'm saying? He pulled up like a G. Hey, like a boss. You know what I'm saying? That's rare nowadays. People meaning what they say and saying what they mean. You know what I'm saying? Rachel, what you talking about? Rachel coming to this thing like, yo, forget Bud. I love it. Salute to Donald Banks. She say, Rachel, you wrong, man. Hey, Rachel, I don't know what's going on. Rachel, look, we gotta show love on moments like this, sis. We got to, you know what I'm saying? Because look, he's moving like an old school fighter, pulling up to the fights that he want. Ain't just talking on social media to be talking. The brother putting action behind it. And we love to see the action over the words. You feel me? Warrior class, salute to your fan bam. Salute champ. He says salute, peace and blessings. Salute. Muhammad Tola, what's up, family? Salute. Hope everybody is getting ready for this showdown tonight, man. We got Bud Crawford in the building, fight fans, pulling up, about to steal all of the shine, you know what I mean? And let me tell y'all something like this, man. Hey, look at Rachel, y'all. Rachel say, yo, man down till I die. I hear that. Hey, yo, stick with your man. That's right. Hey, Rachel, I salute that. I applaud that. We need as many Spence fans to stay on the bandwagon as possible because they are jumping ship left and right. They're becoming Boots fans. They're becoming fans of every other fighter, Javante Davis fans. They're looking for a new home. So for those who are staying true, 10 toes down, I salute you with both hands. Y'all are some real ones, you know what I'm saying? Now, only if you can find your boy and put him in a gym or something, you know what I'm saying? Put him in a gym or something, you know? Donald Banks says, yo, man, yeah, that man down was definitely Spence and still down because your boy can't seem to put no paperwork in talking about he want to go to 154, you know what I mean? Hey, but look here, man, there is a lot of people that's starting to really believe that Terence Crawford might actually have a good shot of beating Canelo and beating Charlo and so on and so forth. So here's the deal. Whether I believe it or not, that's how boxing works. If there is enough fanfare that people really believe that Bud Crawford can go on and have a chance versus Canelo, have a chance versus Charlo, then guess what, man? This is going to take center stage if there is enough fanfare. And Bud Crawford pulling up in there tonight, this applies pressure. This definitely applies pressure. This is going to be talked about. If he kicks up some dust while he's there, this is going to be, it may even take over the talk of the fight tomorrow. I'm telling y'all, man, Bud Crawford is pulling a hell of a monster PR move right here, showing up to Charlo and Canelo, man. This is what I'm talking about. And like I said, fight fans, you saw him pulling up to the Spence fights, didn't y'all? Y'all seen him pulling up the different fights that he pursued over the years. That means that if he's pulling up to your fights, he want that work. What say y'all? He want that work. Bud is the face of boxing. A warrior class. It's becoming real tough for me not to believe that. You feel me? I mean, people may come out and say, oh, well, he don't sell this or he don't draw that, but there isn't a day that goes by in the world of boxing that Bud Crawford name is not ringing every bell in the sport. Not a day. Not a day. Now even popping up at Canelo and Charlo like a boss, like, look, I'm taking the spot. I'm the face here. Pulling up like a straight up boss. All smiles, fight fans. Bling got the man got his drip going and all that, bro. Pulling up like a boss, all smiles, like, what's goody? I'm here. What's going on? I'm in the building. I'm in the environment, man. Man, I'm here, man. Let's do this. Let's talk. Bud Crawford is there. This is crazy, champs. This is crazy, man. Muhammad told us, say, yo, man, I hope they let him inside the ring after the fight. Yeah, I hope they don't do what Earl Spence Jr. did when Bud pulled up. And they had security at the end of the aisles. They had security outside of the ring. They had security on the floor, you know, all on search and on notice to not let Bud Crawford into the ring. So I hope we don't get that, man. The man ain't pull up for his health. He ain't pulling up for nothing. He pulling up to get a moment. He's pulling up to get a conversation. You know what I mean? Earl didn't want to talk. Remember, Earl still was trying to stall, so he didn't really want to talk during that time. Come on, man. Bud pulling up, man. What's goody? What's goody? Hey, Rachel say, yo, we gonna get it back in blood. Hey, Rachel, I want to believe you, but you gotta find Earl first. I mean, he left Frank Martin on stuck, left the little homie on stuck. Just left the little homie on stuck out here, dog. Nobody ain't even seen Earl. He you know, him and Dirk James, he been at my house and all that. I mean, sound good, but it seems to me that you ain't been hanging with Earl and Earl ain't been hanging with you. He ain't been hanging with Frank. He's been on a ranch with the chickens and the cows. He ain't sent no paperwork in. What's going on with Earl, man? Ever since Mike Tyson and gave him that weed, Earl has been acting weird as fuck. Like, what's really going on? Y'all sure your man ain't out there getting high, man? I'm just asking a question because he just MIA and just disappearing and stuff. Pressing for the money, pressing it. I just want the money. I just need the money. I just need the money. You know what I mean? What's going on with Earl? So, I mean, I want to believe you, Rachel. I really, really do. But somebody got to find Earl first for me to believe it. You know what I'm saying? I don't know, man. Last I checked, man, word on the curb is that Earl ain't been home in 2 weeks. You know what I'm saying? What's up, Rick the Ruler? Rick, stay yo, man. If Canelo wins, does Bud fight Canelo? That's a good question, bro. Now, we all know, fight fans, that if Canelo Alvarez does win, that he has a rematch. He has a rematch clause to go back into the fight with Charlo. 9 times out of 10, Canelo loses. Of course, he's going back into that rematch with Charlo, which is going to obligate him and Charlo, which means that Bud Crawford is going to have to find something to do in the meantime, between time, if we can't find Earl. If Showtime continues to want to push the date out and renegotiate and do all of the crap that they're doing right now, if we don't get a fight fans, I mean, look, Bud is going to need something to do. I like the Tim Tszyu Mendoza winner personally. You know what I'm saying? I think that's a great fight or something for him to look at if he's going to want to move on. Maybe even move up to higher weight classes, attaining more legacy in the process. I like for him to look towards that fight. You know what I mean? If not, maybe even a Keith Thurman. I like that fight because that's a classmate of Bud Crawford. But, you know, if not, I mean, if Canelo defeats Charlo, it all depends on how everything is going to move after the fight. If Charlo goes back to 54 to defend his 154 belts that he still holds 3 of them down there, then guess what? Bud Crawford goes to 54 and say Charlo was goody. Get it. You just got your ass whooped versus Canelo, but that don't mean that Crawford don't still want no smoke. You know what I mean? I think that I want to see Crawford do Charlo. I just want to see him mop up Charlo first. And then Canelo be in the concession prize. But clearly, Crawford wants what he wants. If he applies a certain level of pressure to Canelo, I don't know, man. Maybe Canelo can't resist. I mean, it's about, with Canelo, it's about money and being the face and being popping and shit. That's what it's about. He got to be popping. I mean, look, facing John Ryder and shit, ain't nothing popping about that. I mean, if you're not going to give us David Benavidez, the only other name that's kind of like everybody talking is Terence Crawford. That's just being honest. That's just being honest. So, I mean, if you fought Amir Khan, you fought Julio Cesar Chavez Jr. for popularity reasons, hell, you're fighting Jermell Charlo, who's a 54-pounder. My deal is Canelo, and you see his answer has evolved from his original answer of, no, I don't get nothing out of it, and But then he came around and started saying, well, if the people want it, then, that's what the people want. And clearly, Bud Crawford is the hottest name in the sport. Spence fans can't stop talking about him. Bud fans can't stop talking about him. Everybody's talking about Bud Crawford. And I know Canelo got to sit back and think that he's from Omaha. How's everybody talking about the Omaha kid? I am the face of boxing. I was born ready. Okay, well, cool. I mean, do something about it then. Do something about it. So we'll see, man. Canelo is going to take a little bit more pressure, man. And once again, I do think that Premier Boxing Champions has some reservations for Canelo in that Benavidez fight. Something to offer their bosses, or Showtime can offer their bosses for next year to make sure that their programming stays intact. That's why we haven't gotten Canelo and Benavidez yet. I think that's something they'll try to serve up for next year. So I want to see those things play out. Let Bud Crawford tie up Charlo. Let Canelo go tie up Benavidez. The winners that emerge from that, man, let's see it, bro. Let's see if Bud Crawford gets through Charlo. Let's see bring on Canelo. I'm with it, fight fans. I mean, if he gets Canelo beforehand, I'm with that too. At the end of the day, I just believe Bud Crawford. That's why he's there. That's why he's in the building, fight fans. Salute to my homie Rick Schwartz, man, holding me down. Salute to you, Rick, man, and much love to you, champ. Canelo by body shot KO. Woo! I can see it. I could definitely see it. Maybe round 7, round 8, round 9. But, Charlo's going to have to be on them, man. In those middle rounds, bro, he's going to have to be moving and grooving. I mean, hopefully he's taken some wind out of the sails of Canelo in the early rounds. But if he hasn't, if Canelo's going to make it to those mid rounds still with a good level of gas in the tank, man, it's going to be hard for Charlo, bro. It's going to be hard for Charlo. So I hear where you're coming from, Rick. I really, really do. Hey, Damone, what's up, champ? He say, yo, man, he is in the building. Yes, sir. He pulls up, man. Thinkers think, say, yo, man, let's get it. Yes, sir. This is what we love to see, man. This is why people support Terence Bud Crawford, because he's not just a talker. He's not just a guy that, when you see him come out and speaking, you really believe Terence Crawford. If he wants to fight someone, you believe him. All of the years that they avoided him at 147, his fans always believed him because this is how he's always moved his entire career. Even down at the 140-pound division, same thing. Moved right up to 140, got right to work. What no hesitation. What no catch weights. Moves up to 147. What did he do, fight fans? Get straight to work. Looking at the 154, he want to get straight to work. Straight to work. He want to go to 68. Canelo, look, I'm 36 years old, brother. I ain't got 100 years left in the game. I'm trying to get out of here soon, man. You were the biggest bag on the market. You within reach. I'm trying to get to work. Who don't believe him? Who don't believe him, fight fans? Now, I'm going to be real. Do I think he got an uphill battle versus Canelo Alvarez? 100%. It'll be very, very hard for Bud Crawford. I am not under the disguise of thinking that that's going to be a walk in the park for Terence Crawford. I was talking to my homie Damone last night. Damone, great conversation, bro. And Damone believes that, Bud Crawford can go in there and use his athleticism to kind of get around a lot of the things that Canelo likes to do. Not to mention Bud Crawford's switch hitting ability. And not to mention Bud Crawford has always carried his power to every division that he's ever been to. So fans look at these things and they say, well, we remember how the Floyd Mayweather fight went, and Floyd wasn't as athletic as Bud perhaps is at this point in his career. And not to mention Floyd wasn't as strong as Bud Crawford is perhaps, at this point of his career. So people look at that and say, hey, man, I just don't know, man. I got to compare the two. And I got to say, if Canelo struggled with old man Floyd, and Floyd doesn't have, at that point in his career wasn't maybe as strong as Crawford, well, we see a path of victory. That's what people believe. I personally believe that there are weight classes for a reason. You know what I'm saying? I think that there's still a little bit more than any fighter, not just a Bud Crawford, but just any fighter. But people believe that Bud is special. And sometimes you just cannot put a measure, man. You can't put a measure on special. There is no measuring stick that can measure special. Special is special. Special is a light. But damn that, fight fans. They're weight classes for a reason. But I'm down to see it. Bud Crawford definitely wants it. He deserves this moment. I believe him that he really wants to fight. It ain't just talk. Seeing Bud pull up to this fight is everything, fight fans. Because, yo, this lets me know that Bud ain't just talking, man. He really looking beyond Earl, like, fuck Earl. Like, if Earl don't make it, screw it. This is what he wants. Man. Damone says, yo, Canelo don't call out anyone, bro. Yeah, you right. He don't call out nobody. He just kind of let it fall from the sky. And he just, what he does is takes a snapshot of the landscape, you know what I mean, right after his fights to see what's a good option for him. If the fanfare is sitting with Bud Crawford, and once again, Bud Crawford is doing a phenomenal job of keeping his name out there with the interviews, with the constant, you know, little Twitter posts that stir up the crowds or whatever. He's been doing a good job since the fight. Also his detractors can't stop talking about him a mile a minute. So he's doing a really good job of keeping his name out there. This is what's going to raise the pressure on Canelo. We gonna see, bro. We gonna see, man. Rachel Richardson says, yo, Damone, that was Earl's fans. Bud fans don't even buy his fights. Women lie, men lie, numbers don't lie. I don't understand how, like, Earl Spence Jr. fans like to have that numbers argument. Let's just call it for what it is, though, sis. Hey, do any of us know any of the numbers? For real? Do any of us know any numbers for real, for real? Or do we just hope and pull an article that may lean towards any argument that we're trying to make? Because every time a big fight comes out, there's 3 or 4 articles with 3 or 4 different numbers. So do any of us really know what the numbers really is? Bud Crawford comes from a area that's not a traditional, known to be boxing area in Omaha, Nebraska. You feel me? So the support that Bud gets, to me, as far as his numbers and stuff, when people like to use that against him, it's kind of like right on par with those that come from states that are like 10 times bigger than his. You know what I'm saying? When I look at Earl coming from Texas, right? And I say, well, Canelo, who loves to base his operations in Texas, well, his numbers are pouring off the page. He's doing 1 million pay-per-views. I mean, close to 1 million, damn near every other time he fights. Yet Earl is doing 300,000. So what is that, like 2 cities in Texas and shit? That's like 2 cities worth of support. But y'all making it like this dude is a star. And like I always say, fight fans, everybody wants to be a star. Ain't nothing star making about Earl Spence Jr. The only star about him is the Dallas Cowboys. If you got a stake the size of a freaking country and you can't even crack 500,000 on none of your fights, why is any Spence fan pouring in here speaking about numbers? They're damn near on par with each other. So come on, bro. Like, and then not to mention, you know, you may say what you want about his numbers, but it ain't stopping from making sure the bigger bags than anybody over there that supposedly got bigger numbers than him. How is he worth more than all of these people? I don't understand this, fight fans. What numbers are y'all reading? The ones that come in the day of the fight, the ones that come in the day after the fight, the ones that come in a week after the fight, or the ones that come in a month after the fight? Which ones are y'all reading? All these fanages out here, fight fans. It is like fanager.com. I want to give a major salute to my homie Rick the Ruler, man. Thank you for your support, Rick the Ruler, all day, man. He said, yo, well, can Crawford knock Canelo out? I'm one to believe that Terence Crawford is a certified platinum-rated knockout artist. I got a lot of proof to say that. Carried his knockout power through classes, currently on a 11-fight knockout streak. Look, can he knock out Canelo? The right shot, who knows? He's a puncher. But look, man, they are weight classes for a reason. I got a hard time believing if that's something like that gonna happen, it will have to happen early when he's at the strongest portion of the fight, in my opinion. I don't know. If Bud Crawford beats Canelo, I would lean more towards the decision. And I know that may be a uphill battle because of Canelo being Canelo. I don't know, man. If he could, bro, I wouldn't be shocked, but I would just be like, wow. I'd probably be in awe. I wouldn't see him stopping Canelo. If I see him beating Canelo, I can see him outboxing, being a better athlete over Canelo. But being the harder puncher, that's tough. It's tough for me. Just knowing what I know about the fight game, Rick the Ruler. But there are fans out there that believe that Bud Crawford can do it, can land the kill shot. He can land that hard. He can land that shot that's gonna put him down. Some people believe it. I would lean towards the decision. I would lean towards the decision if Bud was to pull it out. La D, I see you, sis. What's up with your family? What's going down? Yes, she's going back and forth with Damone. Let me see if I got something from Lala. Lala says, okay, she's going back with Muhammad Tola. Yeah, well, salute to Lala D. You know what I'm saying? I see you, family. I see. She said this is going to be good. Absolutely. Absolutely. 100%. 100%. This is going to die. I just hope Bud get his moment. I hope Bud Crawford didn't show up for his health like what they did in Texas that time, the 2 times that he showed up. I hope he, when he showed up at Earl's fights, they wouldn't have nothing to do with Terence Crawford. Matter of fact, Terence Crawford was fighting the folks in the stands, fight fans, but they didn't want to have anything to do with the man. So my hope is, fight fans, that they allow Terence Crawford to at very least have his moment. Yes, sir. Silver Solomon says, yo, main man, let's salute. Let's go. Let's go. Yes, hey, everybody's excited tonight. Bud Crawford just added another layer of excitement to this whole event tonight, champ. That's what I'm telling y'all, man. Hey, man, let's get that moment, man. Boxing media, don't let us down, man. Let Bud Crawford in that ring. Give us the moment. Give us the moment. Rachel says, yo, let me go. Let me go. The Bud buddies are on my head, man. Man down. Remember that. Hey, Rachel, you more than welcome to come on through. We love to have the Spence fans up in here, man. Hey, look, you can say what it is, but this is definitely a Bud Haven. But we talking truth over here. You're not going to get away with a lot of stuff that you're going to get away on them Spence channels, because we're going to call it for what it is. You want to come over here talking about numbers? I'm going to press you on what the real numbers really are, that you really, really don't know about. You know what I'm saying? And then if you also going to press on numbers, then we're going to add up Bud Crawford, what he's done on ESPN. The 1 million+ views that he's getting on every other fight when he's setting records on ESPN. Or when he's making $3.5 million guaranteed to fight. Like, all of these things are better than what everybody is doing over there with PBC. For all of those years. A lot of people were under false misguidance that Terence Crawford wasn't being seen. You can say what you want about his pay-per-views, but you can't say what the viewership that he was getting on ESPN as a whole. Why nobody never talks about that? The millions upon millions upon millions of people that saw him. I don't understand it, family. I don't understand it. You know what I'm saying? But Rick the Ruler says, yo, man, can Crawford knock out Canelo? I mean, we'll see, bro. I just want to see if he can land the fight. Let's start right there first and foremost. I want to see if he can land the fight. You know what I mean? Lala says, yo, 3 weight classes? Nah, that's a lot. That's a lot. That's a lot to ask for anybody. You know what I mean? But if he could do it, man, more power to Bud. Do I think he has the skill set to outbox Canelo? Yes. He can, if he's on his A game, if he's rocking and rolling. But I will have to use the boxing logic that I know. If a fighter's moving up from 47 to a 60 or 68, am I expecting for him to be the same guy he's at 47? The answer is no. The answer is no. And I got to be honest about that. Bud Crawford will have to use his brain to the 20th power to figure out the way to victory versus Canelo Alvarez. Now, Charlo, that's something different. That's something different. Charlo versus Bud Crawford, I'm leaning Bud Crawford all day. That's a different conversation, especially at 54. Now, Charlo talking about something, yo, man, I may not be coming back. I might be going back to 60. All right, if you go back to 60, Holmes, hey, I think Bud Crawford and you can mix it up at 60. I like that. I like Crawford and Charlo, man, more than anything, fight fan. That's just main man, though. I like Crawford and Charlo. I want that saga wrapped up. That way, Derrick James, bro, you going to forever remember the name of Terence Crawford. Because he done put your 2 top fighters down. And you're lucky that Frank got away from Shakur, because Shakur was about to put his ass down. That whole stable about to be history, fight fans. Fucking with Bud. Fucking with Bud. That whole stable about to get wiped out fucking with these boys. See, Derrick James, you should have shut your mouth. You shouldn't have put this disdain out there versus Crawford. Now he's hunting down your fighters. Like Freddy Krueger hunting down teenagers. Like just hunting them down left and right. He now first Earl, now Charlo. After you lucky you ain't got no more. You fuck around, go after Charlo brother after just cause. Just cause he from Texas. I don't know, fight fans. I like this move, bro. I really, really like this move. G. Benson, what's up, family? What say you? What say you? G. Benson says, yo, so if Dallas Stadium holds 90,000, but Earl brings in only 30,000, and he's from Texas, does that mean that he doesn't sell? I mean, look, my deal is you would think that, you know, being from Texas, the fan, especially standing next to the Dallas Cowboys, America's team, you would have thought that those numbers would have been jumping off the charts. Canelo's never stood next to the Cowboys, yet his numbers from Texas are dwarfing Earl Spence Jr.'s. Dwarfing. Earl Spence Jr.'s fans tell me that, oh, all of the Mexicans that was there for the Mikey fight were there for Earl. Well, where they at? Where they at? If they were all there for Earl, they were not there for Mikey, then where they at? Why is only 300,000 and 350,000 people buying Earl's fights? But he's such a star. He's such a star, main man. What kind of star is that? Nobody ran around and say Terence Crawford is a big star. We just want y'all to show him his respect and stop faking like Earl is this superstar. He's not. Never have been. The best numbers he's ever got was right after the Olympics. He ain't never seen numbers since. Matter of fact, Bud Crawford bought him his highest numbers. Oh my goodness. Fight fans, somebody tell me I'm lying, please. Stop me now, because I don't want to do this. Stop me now, fight fans. Somebody better stop me, man. Because last time I checked, you mean to tell me that Earl Spence Jr.'s highest numbers came from Bud Crawford, but I got Spence fans pouring in here talking about numbers? You can't be serious. That shit just hit me like a ton of bricks. Y'all coming in here telling me about Spence's numbers, and his highest numbers come from Bud Crawford. You can't make this up, fight fans. Oh my goodness gracious, bro. You know what? That argument is DED. Dead. You know what I'm saying? DED. Dead. That man gave the highest numbers, the highest gate, the most amount of belts that Earl has ever fought for came from Bud Crawford. Everything that Earl has ever strived to do in his career all came from Bud Crawford. But that got Spence fans pouring in here still criticizing them. But y'all should be thanking Bud. Y'all are some ungrateful ass boxing fans, Joe. Real spill. Y'all are some of the most ungrateful boxing fans in boxing. Bud Crawford give a chance of a lifetime to Earl Spence Jr. and y'all still ain't grateful. See, that's why he's MIA, because he's so embarrassed. He's so embarrassed, man. Like, he had the opportunity of a lifetime. This was his chance to level up, go to the next level, become the hero that his fan base wanted, and he dropped the ball miserably. Everything that he ever wanted out of his career, Terence Crawford has. And now he's in the driver's seat. And now he's pulling up to the Canelo fight like Earl was. Remember, Earl did this. Remember when Earl did this, fight fans? Nobody ain't better now. Earl goes to Canelo's fights before the Bud fight now. And everyone, his fan base was just jumping over the rainbow for the shit, fight fans. They were some rainbow jumpers. They just jumping over the rainbow and shit. Oh, yeah, he's going to fight Canelo skipping and shit. Oh, skipping and dipping and shit. You know what I'm saying? They skipping up and down the street happy that he went to the Canelo fight and gave a cold shoulder to Bud Crawford. And so now Bud Crawford is returning the favor, and it's never no fun when the rabbit got the what? When the rabbit got the what? See, when Earl did it, it was amazing. It was, $55 million for Canelo and Earl. Look at them. They pouring out of here, fight fans. Roll out. Because this truth gonna hurt your ass. $55 million they offered Earl for Canelo before Bud Crawford. And he went to the fight. It's just that Canelo didn't want to do it. So now Bud is trying his hand. Bud might land the fight. We don't know. Bud's name is twice as hot as Earl's name was when Earl tried to get the fight. That's what people ain't talking about. Earl got a big fan base. Yeah, his 300,000 shows up. In a state that got millions of people, millions upon millions upon millions of sports fans, his 300,000 shows up. You know what I'm saying? Too bad that Canelo didn't think that that was enough, though, to really jump at that fight with Earl. It's very unfortunate. Has anybody seen Earl? Damone says, yo, main man, Team Crawford already had a game plan for Canelo. Don't think that he's doing all of this without a path to victory. Okay, hey, look, bro, I'm not going to doubt that Bud Crawford ain't thinking this through and may not contemplate it. You can have the game plan in your head all you want, bro, but it's still weight classes for a reason. He can have the perfect execution. I'm gonna do this from rounds 1 to 3. I'm gonna do this from rounds 4 to 6. But at the end of the day, bro, that power, the punch resistance, those things mean something at a higher weight class. And we just don't know Damone. And I love Bud Crawford, but Bud Crawford he ain't Superman, bro. You know what I'm saying? He ain't Superman. But I could be wrong. I want to be wrong. I want to see it now. I could be wrong. But he's in the building. So we all gonna get an answer tonight, fight fans. I'm already getting ready to head on up out of here, man. It's been a good conversation tonight, fight. I just wanted to get this. I was just shocked to see Bud Crawford actually pulling up, bro. Maybe I shouldn't be shocked, but I'm just like, wow, he really wants this fight. He's really applying pressure. He's really applying pressure for this fight. Not to mention all of the great PR that he's going to get from this. Good move, bro. Boss move. Moving to his own beat. I know Showtime see this is like, what is he doing? Espinosa is at home like, what is he doing? Oh, man, what is he doing? Bud moving how he want to move. He don't check with y'all. He don't call out. None of that shit. That's what they do. He moving how he want to move, like a boss. And he pulling up. He bought his own tickets. And what, fight fans? And what? Hey, Andre said, yo, man, Earl is a really good fighter. Bud is a great fighter. I'd rather see Bud versus Charlo over Canelo. I agree, too. Oh, Bud versus Charlo or Canelo. I will personally take Bud versus Charlo any day of the week. If he lands a Canelo fight, I'm with it. I will support it 150%. I give him a good chance, but I'd say, like I said, I'd lean more towards Bud outboxing Canelo as opposed to stopping him. But it's still a good, Earl is still a good fighter, man. He's still a good fighter. I just don't know where his head is at. And I'm hearing things and I'm seeing things. And I just hope that his head is in the game, man, and not just on some money grab. That's being honest. And honestly, I honestly hope that Earl does rekindle his passion. And I mean that. And I mean that as a boxing fan, not just as a Bud supporter. But I do honestly hope that Earl rekindles his passion. I know how hard it is to recover from a beating from Bud Crawford. Like, not a lot of fighters make it back from that, fight fans. And this is not being funny, but a lot of fighters honestly don't make it back from that. So maybe Earl needs to take some extra time and get himself together and realize where his passion really lies. Do your passion really lie in the sport? Or do you rather make out the remainder of your days with your family, with your friends, and maybe doing other business ventures, you know what I'm saying? Which is nothing wrong with that. Maybe being a promoter, I don't know. But I think that at the end of the day, Earl better find his passion fast, because Bud Crawford is not the one to play with. You know what I mean? And you better find it fast. And so Earl is a really, really good fighter. I give him a hell of a chance at 154. I think that all of those guys at 154 better watch out. Anybody. I give Earl a chance with everybody at 54. You name the name, I give Earl a chance in those fights. I don't care who it is, whether it's Fundora, whether it's Mendoza, whether it's Zoo, whether it's Charlo. Yeah, I Charlo as well. You know what I mean? I give Earl a chance in all of those fights. It's just that Bud Crawford stylistically, what his fans refuse to hear and just won't accept under any circumstances. Bud Crawford stylistically is all wrong for Earl Spence Jr. That's all it is. And Bud is just an exemplary fighter. He's not what Earl has been used to. Earl has been used to being able to throw it all together at the last minute, go through the motions, just kind of, do the interviews, acting like this, but he knew he was better than the guys that he was going up against. He miscalculated and misjudged Terence Crawford. And stylistically, man, it's a nightmare for Earl. They fight 10 times, Crawford beats him 11. Y'all don't want to hear it. I get it. But it's the facts, Spence fans. Y'all got to just accept that shit. You know what I'm saying? Real spill. So let's see if my man get his moment tonight, y'all. Let's see if my man gets his moment tonight, family. Yes, sir. Main man Bud is a Super Saiyan. Facts, Demones. Big facts. Big facts. Muhammad told us, say, yo, Charlo be like, don't sit Bud nowhere near my corner. Hey, man, hey, bro, I hope they give Bud a seat right behind Charlo's corner. Hey, bro, that'll be lit. That'll be litty, bro. And he just plucking with Charlo, maybe throwing spit wads at him, throwing a fight or some shit. You know what I'm saying? Hey, bro, I'd be with that, man. I'd be so with that if they put him next to Charlo. Hopefully, Bud overlooked the seating arrangements, wherever, the stadium seating is looking like, and say, and bought him some tickets right next to Charlo's corner. Man, that would be insane. Man, I hope he pull up to the post-fight press conference. I hope all of that, bro, because Charlo ain't going to want to see him after the fight if he lose. If he lose, Charlo is not going to want to mention Crawford. He's not going to want to say nothing to Crawford. Man, I hope Crawford is on his ass, bro. I want to see all of that, man. Boxing media, please don't let us down tonight, man. Don't let us down. Bam Deli says, yo, man, salute, man. Don't be surprised that Bud pulled up. You know his stilo, man. Facts. I shouldn't be surprised, Bam Deli. You right, bro. You right. I shouldn't be surprised. But this dude moving like a boss, moving like a G. Respect, fight fans. This is the kind of way we want our fighters to move. Now, I got to get on, fight fans. I don't want to miss too much more of the card than I've already missed. Y'all enjoyed the rest of the fight card tonight. Thank y'all for coming on through and listening out for me tonight, man. I am just, man, like, yeah, bro. This is why I'm glad to be a Bud Crawford supporter, man. Moving like a boss, moving like I want my fighters that I support, moving exactly how they move. Going to through weight classes, challenging the best, pulling up the fights, not just talking to hear self-talk, fight fans, but actually want that work. If you are a supporter of Bud Crawford, you are on the winning team. Big facts. Thumbs up on the way out. If you didn't hit it on the way in, share, rock the bells. Enjoy the fights, fight fans. I'll see y'all after the Crawford and Charlo fight, man. And let's hope that we get our moment. To the next video, fight fans. Much love to y'all, man. Enjoy the fight. Peace out. Y'all tool rate you up, bro. Salute to the fam, man.